Hi everyone, this is Mario and welcome to mariosingh.com. I'm here in the beautiful country of Mongolia, right in the capital of Ulaanbaatar. Now this is the Sabata Square where you see the famous Genghis Khan statue right over here. Now the locals, they call Genghis Khan Genghis Khan, so that's something I learned when I was here. Now I've been here for about 4 days. The reception here has been wonderful for me. I was on Bloomberg Mongolia, I was on one of their local TV channels, a very popular one called TV25, and even did a full-length feature on me on the local newspapers. I also conducted a seminar for about 400 packs right here in Mongolia, and what really excites me is that everyone is just so hungry for the knowledge of Forex trading. Now since I'm here, I thought I'd record a very short clip for you, just give you an understanding about this beautiful country. Now you may see the sun shining, and this is like 10:30 in the morning, but don't let the sun fake you, because right now the temperature is about minus 10 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to put this as a short one before my ears fall off. Now, just a snapshot about the country of Mongolia. Mongolia is considered one of the least densely populated countries in the world. It has a population today of about, say, 3 million people. The land size is about the size of Alaska, if you will, about 3 times the size of France. Now that is about Mongolia as a country. Now let's just talk a little bit about the country's economy. The country is famous for exports of commodities. Now the entire country here, some of their most famous exports of commodities include copper, gold, coal, iron ore, and even uranium. Now legend has it that on the south side, of Ulaanbaatar, about 550 kilometers south in the South Gobi, there is one of the greatest land masses. It's called Oyu Tolgui. Now this place has one of the largest deposits of copper and gold. It is in fact a joint project between the government and one of the largest companies here, to just go and mine out all that minerals. Now in terms of their country, as you would expect, because of their commodities they export. But what is interesting, that Mongolia is still considered a net importer. Now based on last year's results, their exports account for about 4.9 billion, but their imports are actually about 6.8. So that means Mongolia is still considered a net importer. Now, because of its strategic location, it is in fact landlocked between Russia to the north and China to the south. So Mongolia is constricted in that sense. Now, about 90% of Mongolia's exports land up in China, and they import about 90% of petroleum and electricity from Russia. So these are the two countries that really have a lot of trade, so to speak, with Mongolia. So that gives you a general sense of what Mongolia is about. Now let me just go slightly more in detail about some of the economics that you might be interested in. Now when it comes to the currency, which is something that you and I are interested in, obviously, since we trade the Forex market. The local currency here is called the Tugrik. The largest note here is the $20,000 bill, which is thereabouts USD $15. So that puts the exchange rate of the US dollar and the Mongolian Tugrik at about 1:1,390. It's just under 1,400. Now in the year 2010, would you believe it, the Mongolian Tugrik was actually the best performing currency in the entire world. It beat the South African rand to second place. Now it actually, I think it appreciated against the US dollar by about 15%. The South African rand only appreciated about 14%. So that was one of the records that Mongolia had in the year 2010. Their currency was the best performing. Now in the year 2011, just 1 year after that, Mongolia actually had the best GDP in the entire world. Now many people would think that that accolade actually goes to China or India. But have you, in the year 2011, Mongolia's GDP actually expanded an eye-popping 17.3%. And that put it at the very top among all the countries in the world. In fact, it beat China by almost 2 times. Now, and just this year. So in 2010, we had the currency that strengthened the most in the world. In 2011, it had the best performing GDP in the world. Now, when it comes to inflation, and you'd probably have guessed it, inflation just reported last month was about 15%. Now, it has the highest inflation in the entire region of Asia. And it's because of that the Central Bank of Mongolia has actually raised interest rates twice. Their latest raise was by 50 basis points. It raised it to 13.25% to combat the high inflation. Now the biggest reason why Mongolia had high inflation was because of soaring meat prices. So that in a snapshot is to give you an idea about this beautiful country in Mongolia. I hope you enjoyed this update. Now for more country updates, daily Forex analysis or trade ideas for Forex trading, please log on to mariosingh.com. I hope you enjoyed this update. I'll see you in the Forex market soon. Bye now.